The legend at the entrance to the village reads, "Welcome to Abbots Langley." There are two main routes into the village, both with attractive historic buildings and green spaces. It is the geography of Abbots Langley that has helped to preserve its village shape over centuries, it being bypassed but at the same time served by several major routes including the M1 and the M25, whilst at the same time not being on a through route to any local towns. The desire to come to Abbots Langley must lie in its amenities. We are fortunate to have many shops supplying a plethora of goods and services, all blessed with cost-free parking facilities nearby. Not only is it a place of commerce, but a glance through any local publication reveals a wealth of groups and clubs to which one can belong. There are several churches, all of which have their own associated groups, Sunday schools, bell ringers, toddler groups, Bible study, the list goes on. Notice boards display events put on by interest groups such as performing and visual arts and music of many styles. You will see playing fields where clubs offer team-based activities. The Bowls Club, though tucked away, is also thriving. There are scouting and guiding activities for the young. Many of these associations have a base of their own, particularly the sports-orientated groups. The activities are scattered around the village, which to those who live here is fine, but to newcomers, of which we have plenty, and will have plenty more as new developments spring up everywhere, there is no obvious introduction to village life. Many groups do not have a building or space to call home, and for them, there is the need to find a venue in which they can meet and engage in their own particular activity. Finding this information and making those first steps is not easy for newcomers wishing to join in. Those that are not so tenacious in their pursuance of village social life can be easily put off. You need never be bored in Abbots Langley. This is certainly true for many people who engage heavily and enthusiastically in activities of their choice, which without the many hours of voluntary work and professional expertise would not exist at all. This cannot be denied and is to be applauded. It is apparent that the same faces crop up repeatedly around the village, either giving of their time to keep these facilities running or enjoying the fruits of others' labours as spectators or audience. This is where there does seem to be a shortcoming in the lives of many Abbots Langley residents. We have seen how group activities are plentiful for all ages, gender and interests. What we've omitted to understand is that if you happen to be one of those people who is not a natural group member or has a lifestyle that prevents routine and regular attendance or commitment to clubs and societies, it is very easy to be left on the sidelines of village life. The village simply becomes a place in which to live, and increasingly to be avoided, as large town shopping and out-of-town leisure activities lure people away. Modern work patterns dictate that the 9-to-5 Monday to Friday lifestyle is becoming obsolete for many families. The effect is that people are leading more isolated lives as they live to their own individual timetable, being unable to commit their time and expertise on a regular basis. This should not be a reason for exclusion from local events. We all value the fact that despite its large population, our village is still a village. But are we a village of two halves? Those that do and those that do not or cannot? We have on our doorstep and in a prime location a facility that is underused and yet is a potential hub of activity and inclusion, a place of participation for all of Abbots Langley's population and its visitors. We have a lot happening in the village for those who like to belong, to join, to pay subscriptions, give of their time and knowledge and be a part of a team. What we lack is a place where, if you are not one of those people, for whatever reason, you could come to on a drop-in, non-commitment basis as a recipient and user. This place would be a hub of artistic activity both for participants and recipients, somewhere to experience theatre, music, film and arts of many genres, a centre for information about local activities, a village notice board. The place in which all residents of our widespread community, both from central locations and newer satellite developments, would feel part of and would migrate to for unaffiliated community events aimed at the whole cross-section of the community. A meeting place with open doors to all, a neutral place uniting residents and visitors alike, our village hub.